World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. 12 people were killed and 4 others sustained injuries after a gunman opened fire at 4 locations before shooting himself in the small town of Santinje in Montenegro early Thursday. According to local authorities, the suspect, identified as a 45-year-old man, Ako Martinovic, fatally shot 4 people in a restaurant after an altercation. Martinovic then proceeded to 3 other locations where he gunned down 8 people, including 2 children and his sister. Police Director Laza Zepanovic told the press that all the victims were the suspect's godfathers, friends, and his sister, with whom he had good relations and spent New Year's Eve. The official said the suspect shot himself after being cornered by arresting officers. 4 others sustained life-threatening injuries during the incident, with 1 in critical condition. It is still unknown why the suspect made the rampage, aside from reports that he had been drinking heavily before the incident. Montenegro's President Jacob Milatovic, who was horrified by the incident, offered a prayer and hope of recovery for the wounded, while Prime Minister Milojko Spahic declared 3 days of national mourning. Mass shootings are comparatively rare in the small Balkan country, despite a deeply rooted gun culture dating back to the World War I. In our news, former Israeli Defense Chief Yoav Gallant announced his resignation from Parliament. In a televised address, Gallant says his resignation reflects his assessment of his direction to achieve his goals, comparing his choice to the decisions made on the battlefield. Gallant was fired by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in November after months of disagreements over the conduct of the military campaign against the militant group Hamas in Gaza. Despite his removal from the cabinet, he remained in the parliament, where he held a seat as an elected member of the Knesset. Gallant, along with Netanyahu and the Hamas leader, have an outstanding warrant of arrest from the International Criminal Court for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity over the Gaza war, a decision that Israel opposed. And for Philippine Embassy and Consular news, the Philippine Embassy in Malaysia, led by Ambassador Maria Angela Ponce, held a meeting with the Filipino community in Langkawi on December 19, 2024. According to the embassy, the visit aimed to introduce the embassy team and foster stronger connections with Filipinos living and working in the area. Ambassador Ponce was accompanied by Consul General Rosel Reyes, Vice Consul Patricia Ann Lagi, Attaché Macraff Marqueses, and Attaché Marco Flores. During the meeting, the embassy officials shared information about their roles and various services available to the Filipino community. The gathering, organized with the support of the Filipino community in Langkawi, led by its president Nor Ain Giapal, provided members the opportunity to share their experiences and concerns. The meeting concluded with the embassy reaffirming its commitment to providing responsive and effective support to ensure the welfare of Filipinos in Langkawi. And that's for today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Win Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.